He looked right, nothing. He looked left, nothing. Little did Bryson know that as he was looking away, a car sped out of the parking lot and zoomed towards him. Since Bryson had already looked right and left, he assumed it would be okay to cross the street. He began to cross only for the car to smash into his bike and for the windshield to hit his hand. Surprisingly, Bryson survived. Barely. Just kidding. He was fine.
We're leaving! My God! Chill! Go! She can go, boys! Get out! You go! The heck? Chill! Go, Mason! Go! What? No! What the heck? No!
Oh yeah, and also this one time I almost drowned and died. So my parents were having a bunch of their friends over who also had kids for a pool party. There were a handful of pool toys like blow-up dolphins and beach balls, but we also had this floating foam mat. I was doofing off doing my own thing, and at one point when I was underwater, the mat drifted over top of me. When I had to go up for air, I hit the bottom of the mat, and I was like, uh-oh. Time for advanced critical problem solving. So if this mat is over top of me, I can't get up to the surface to breathe. So what do? I got it. I'll simply become a child Hercules and lift 3 6-year-olds from underwater into the air with my twig arms. Rather than using one of my 4 brain cells and swimming 2 feet to the side away from the mat, I decided to try and just bench press my way to survival. One of the adults realized I was being an idiot and also dying, and instead of being like, well, survival of the fittest, he dove in and saved me. So I didn't end up drowning of stupidity. Thank you, Mr. Chad.
I was sitting on the edge of the pavement with my arms out ready to dive. I had no idea what I was doing. My body hits the water with a huge slap, and my goggles just filled up with water. As soon as I hit the water, I realized what was happening. I splashed everywhere around trying to get to the surface, and I immediately went to the wall. You alright? I can't swim, help! I can swim! I promise.
So I grabbed onto the rope, jumped around the pole, and right as I was swinging by the steep part of the hill, I slipped. I fell about 10 feet, then tumbled to the bottom of the hill, right into a big old bush. And obviously, I burst into tears. It frickin' hurt, okay? The counselor came down to help me, and as they helped me up, they told me,
"You know what? You can tell your parents that you flew today."
Are you
the handlebar to wipe my face? I hit a bumpy part of the road. My first reaction was to just grab the brake, and unfortunately, that brake was the front brake. Luckily, I was wearing a helmet, and I kind of just bounced off the pavement.
I'm gonna get shot! I'm gonna get shot! I'm gonna get shot!
Tim, I just want to say I love you, man.
Adam, get back here and play the game now!
I mean, you're just gonna wait and draw it out longer.
You're right.